Well, dear friends, in the previous video, we were accompanied by the analysis of an ascending channel, and we learned how we can profit from a stock in an ascending channel, and which points we should examine as entry and exit points. But let's assume that the stock's price chart is in a downtrend, and we intend to draw a descending channel in that downtrend, maneuver on the descending channel, and proceed with buying and selling the stock. To draw a descending channel, as we have explained in previous educational videos, you first need to identify the beginning and the end of the downtrend. Look, if I go back a bit, I can see an uptrend here on the stock's price chart. But from a certain point onward, a downtrend gradually appeared on the stock's price chart and has come down to this point. The part I previously kept was the same analytical channel we saw together in the previous video, which is why I haven't erased it yet. But now I want to erase these parts of the trend and see what process we should use to draw actually a descending channel. Well, this is where I showed with this vertical line that it's the end of the descending trend and the beginning of an ascending trend. I consider this area as the end of this descending trend. Where does the beginning of the descending trend start, guys? It would be this area. This area is the beginning of my descending trend, and this area is the end of the descending trend. To draw the descending channel, what did we learn to do together before? First, we need to identify the resistances. So to identify the resistances, I use this label, and I come and name these areas. Now see, my first resistance is in this area. Let me also turn this one red, just to definitely make absolutely sure it stands out. This is a resistance. Okay, I have one resistance here. My next resistance is this area. My next resistance is this area. From my next resistance, this area from this area. This area, this area, this area, and this area. Okay, we are seeing the resistances. Now let's move on to drawing the line that captures the most resistances from the engineering perspective. Look at the line I can draw from this area. It's very straightforward. It shows me 4 strong resistances here. I will just turn this one red. Okay, now, in this downward trend, this line is actually my channel line. It's my trend line that we used for the downward trend. Guys, the difference between a descending channel and an ascending channel was in the difference between the trend line and the channel line, which we initially drew for resistances and then for supports. Now we come here to show the support points. This is my first support area. It's my support. Let's give it a color as well. For example, the color blue. Okay, I have a support. I see it here. A support in this area, in this area, in this area, in this area, in this area. And in this area, I see different supports. Okay, now I just need a line completely parallel to my trend line. From this area, now I'll give it some thickness and change its color to blue. And now I'll use the mechanical method to find the area with the most supports, which could be a good spot for drawing this channel line. Okay, I've drawn my descending channel. Now I want to get a signal from this channel, then, and see how I should use it. Look, dear ones, it's the same here. When the price chart of the stock touches the bottom of the channel, look, this area here can be a buy signal for you. I will show this with a circle. This circle actually becomes this area. What do I have here, guys? I have a buy signal. I have a buy signal. I can see this buy signal here. Well, if you pay attention, after the purchase we made, the peak dropped again, and in the following days, we actually incurred some loss and damage. Keep in mind that in the discussion of ascending and descending channels, the chart spends 95%, over 95% of its life inside the channel, and only some parts, which can be 5% of the chart's life, might have the price chart of the stock break above or below the channel, which actually acts as noise for us. And we accept this risk when we decide to buy at this point. So we must always accept a certain degree of risk in order to carry this analysis forward and not worry about the drop that has occurred, because the chart will return and settle back inside the channel. I buy in this area and wait for the chart to see its upward trend. And when it goes above the channel and actually touches or hits that area. Now, the reason this chart doesn't have this area is because the stock was closed on those days, and the price that opened is above the channel. So during this time frame, I should proceed to sell the relevant stock in this area. Look here, I get a selling signal. I take it for myself. Well, this area is my selling area, and after that, the chart fell and came back from a certain area and hit the bottom of the channel. I can proceed to buy the stock again at the bottom of the channel. So in this area, I can have a buying signal again. Buying signal? Well, I got a buying signal in this area. I also use this circle for help. I copy it here. And now where should I sell? Exactly when the price chart of my stock reaches the top of a descending channel. At the exact moment. And here, I also have a selling signal. And in this area, where my selling signal was generated, this trend continues. See, now I had two good buys and sells in this descending trend, where I actually gained a key 6% profit here and a 9% profit here from the stock. Let me tell you two important points right here, dear friends. The first important point is that in a descending channel, the risk of profit taking is always higher. This means you can't really achieve significant profits in a descending channel because the trend is downward. Therefore, if you want to profit from the price chart of a stock in a descending channel, you must accept the risk that you will gain less profit and you might incur losses. So your risk tolerance should be higher. That's one point. The second point is that, as we saw in the previous video, the end of an upward trend is marked by the breaking of the ascending channel of that stock. That is, when the trend line breaks. In a descending channel, the end of the life of this descending channel is when its trend line, meaning the red line, breaks upwards, and the breaking point is created with all its rules and regulations. I will now turn this breaking point orange and show it in this area. See, exactly from this area onwards, the breaking point has been created and our trend line has broken. This break causes me to have an upward trend from that point onwards, and the chart no longer moves within this channel. And this very factor causes the life of my descending channel to effectively come to an end, and the stock enters an upward trend. So you need to pay a lot of attention to the breaking point, and the type of buy and sell signals you get here are also accompanied by higher risk, and you need to be careful with them. Well, this video was actually an analysis of a descending channel, In the upcoming videos, we will be with you, dear viewers, analyzing the fascinating and powerful indicators and oscillators of technical analysis.